Welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at the Single Strike Urshifu from Battle Styles. Obviously Chilling Reign has just come out. We are still trying to get some of those cards. So in the meantime, I'm coming at you with this video. We're going to take a look at the deck. We're doing quite well with it. That's like a 60% win rate at the minute. That's pretty good going. The main thing about this deck is it wins quickly and it wins consistently. That means you can power up the ladder quickly, earn all those prizes, and this is the perfect deck to do that. So let's take a look at the cards we play. We run 2 copies of Crobat for obvious reasons to help us draw cards. We run a 4/4 of Houndoom and Houndoom. If you're not sure what this card does, basically with Single Strike Raw, it lets us attach Single Strike energy to our Urshifu when we need to, so we can power it up in a single turn, is what we're aiming to do anyway. We do run 2 copies of Tyranitar. It is a single strike card, so we can discard it with our stadium, or we could use it as an attacker. It does help us sort of warp prizes, so sometimes we can make them need to take more prizes than necessary. We can power this up, or we could even use it to discard cards from their deck and maybe get a win that way. It's got a few different win conditions. We obviously hit for different weaknesses, as we are weak to Psychic, so this helps us shore up that matchup as well. Other than that, we've got the 3/3 line of the Single Strike Urshifu with this man himself. Look at that. Oh, damn, that looks good. He looks like an absolute monster, and he is. Basically, what we're trying to do here is G-Max 1 blow for 270. You discard all your energy, but it goes through effects like the VMax wall of Zamazenta, stuff like that. Super powerful card, and obviously with our energy, we do an extra 20 damage for each, so we could potentially knock out most VMax Pokemon, which is what we aim to do. It's one of the few decks in format which can take one-hit knockouts, so I do think it is, I genuinely believe it is probably the most underrated deck. In most people's tier lists, it's like a tier 3 if it's even on it. I would say it's got to be tier 1, maybe 1.5, 2, depending on how you're doing it. I would say 1 though. It's so consistent, it's so powerful. We're going to run through the trainers and jump into a few matches. So we've got Escape Rope, which works sort of like a boss's orders, just to pull someone up if there's only like one on the bench or they haven't got very good options. 2 Incense to search out our Houndooms and our Urshifus. Then Communicator, just if we get the wrong cards, we can switch around what we need when we need it. 4 Quick Ball is standard. 3 Boss's Orders standard. Then we've got 3 Marnie, 4 Research. We do run a 4 of the Urn of Vitality, which lets us shuffle in 2 Single Strike energies back into our deck. Very useful considering we're discarding. We do run Tower of Darkness as well, so once during our turn you can discard a Single Strike card and draw 2 cards basically, so it helps with consistency. And then obviously because we run so many of these things, we can discard them, or we can discard some scrolls, which are also very good for setting up for quick attacks. Because when we use Houndoom, it does drop damage on our Pokemon as well. So this for 1 energy does 10 plus any damage on us. Fantastic ability. I've won so many games with these scrolls. You could also run Memory Capsule, but personally I prefer this way. It helps with consistency as well, discarding with the Stadium. So that's why we run that. We run a few switch cards as well, and then a ton of energy. You may notice I run no Stone Energy. There is too much hate for Special Energy and energy in general right now. I think it's a little safer just to run this. And you can also use the Laser Focus attack to grab some from your deck, so you want quite a few regular energy. So that's why we run those. But enough of me rambling on about the deck. Let's jump into a match and see how it gets on. Oh, he's wearing the same outfit. So one of the most important things about this deck is setting up your Houndooms so you're ready to evolve into them. So you want to get as many Houndooms out as possible. So that will be what we're aiming to do, just so we can quickly power up our Urshifu turn 1 or 2 or 3, depending when we evolve it. So this is actually an okay start. We will, I think this is going to be a tough match. I think that's Calyrex. But it's not an instant loss. We can still do stuff here. It just depends. Oh, it's Ice Rider, sorry. It's not even Shadow, so we'll see how we get on here. Pokemon with rule boxes, that's fine. I don't, obviously we've got, what's his name? See, this kind of thing, we would normally dead draw there, but now we actually get to do something. We're going to power up straight away. There is the chance he just evolves VMax, knocks us out here, but I mean, if he's got Path of the Peak, all his Calyrex, energy, and that, then yeah, I think we're safe. Here we go. So we can attach here. Now, I'm going to get rid of the Tyranitar. Draw some more cards. Just wondering. I think we have to take the knockout because he has started to get powered up. The memory capsule would let us attack there without having to waste all of our energy, which is why it is a good alternative to playing the scrolls. And I might actually switch up the deck. But yeah. I don't mind discarding all my energy there. It's not the end of the world. He will obviously get powered up very quickly now with Melanie and attaching. So we could be in a little bit of trouble for a return knockout. But we shall see how we get on. Right, what do we want to do here? We ditched one. I think we shuffle that back in. Let's attach for turn. Single strike before Marnie, just so we don't draw into him all by chance or something. I think we need to hit. Don't really want to. Marnie does not feel good here. We are going to do it anyway. We haven't really got much set up other than obviously this Urshifu here, so it's a little difficult this turn. We might just have to pass. Ditch the Tyranitar again. Get another Houndoom. Okay, so from this point we should be good to go every turn. A little slow there just because we didn't get the, like I said, we didn't get the Houndoom set up. He's obviously playing the, what's it called? Sharpshooting, I think it is, Inteleon. What does this guy do? He discards it, right? I guess he's just using it to hold a position right now. Unfortunately for him, he's about to quit the game. And what you will find is this deck makes a lot of people quit. It's so quick to get set up. Once they lose that first Pokemon, they normally quit. Once they lose the second, though, we can't really use that. Let's go for just a knockout again. We can use Tower of Darkness to get this and get some extra cards. There's the victory anyway. Like I said, it's super quick, it's super powerful. Takes easy knockouts on V or VMax Pokemon. It's just, I do believe it's the most underrated deck at the minute. I don't see anyone raving on about it. I've seen a few videos made where they say it's underrated as well, which I'm glad. It's getting a bit of respect on YouTube, so I don't know how much we'll see it played when it comes to the actual game. But I do think it's hugely underrated. If you're trying to get into the game and build a deck, Chilling Reign has just come out, so those cards are all going to be inflated for a while. I would say focus on battle styles, honestly, and there's no better deck than Urshifu, single or rapid strike. Okay, so we're going first this one. I actually kind of like going second with this. It depends who I get set up. It looks like we're going to be running Tyranitar this time, just because it's going to be kind of difficult to find out an Urshifu, get it powered up, switch. So you do get the odd game where you're almost forced into a Tyranitar, but it depends what we're against, because it is only a 2-prize attacker. We could ditch the energy and get it back from an urn later, which is tempting. Or we just Crobat, I think. Oh, we've got the other stadium. Oh, that's not good. I'm just the problem here is he's going to shuffle all of our energy. No, he doesn't even shuffle it, does it? Yeah, it just discards it all. That is kind of annoying. I guess we could Lysander. Boss's orders up the Zacian. And then he needs to find a switch as well. This is just a terrible start for us. But we'll leave it in because it does happen. And like I said, the stadium can help us draw out of it. I need to Marnie and Boss's orders. This turns the problem. Let's go. I have to Marnie. His hand's too big. Even if he does discard all our energy, it's not the end of the world. It means we can move into setting up an Urshifu instead, which is going to help us a lot more in this matchup. Let's go for I think we go for a Crobat here. Draw 3. There we go, hit everything we need. Perfect. Now, I could have potentially roped there. But like I said, I don't mind if he does discard stuff. That's his attack for the turn at least. So expect a full metal wall here. Okay, so he's Marnied as well. That does kind of help because I don't want to get rid of boss's orders in this matchup. Okay, so we actually, I guess we do it on that and then we can just earn them back in. They're back in the deck. We really need to get the Tyranitar out of the active is the problem. He can't do that again. But I am going to start to set him up. And then next turn we can take the 240 to... Can we take the knockout? Okay, so 30 less damage from this. 30 less from this. So he is at 320. Tyranitar realistically is not going to be able to take a knockout on this. He's going to go for the heavy impact eventually. What does that do? Get some... Okay. Ooh. What do we do here? I think possibly we attach here. Do we take the knockout on the Zacian? And just Lysandra around to... I think we have to. He's going to get a return knockout on us, but... we don't really have a choice here. We could have set that up for a knockout next turn, but it's just so close to a knockout, it almost feels like a waste. I think because we've already got the boss's orders as well, our tactic this game is could just Lysandra around this thing. Just because it is super annoying to play against. Marnie again. Okay, boss's orders back in the deck. We've used one so far. Okay, that is a pretty good hand. What does this do again? Okay. Just going to move all the energy onto this thing. We are in no position to set up our Urshifu is the only problem. So... we may be in some trouble here. We'll do 240, then he'll have to switch out afterwards. We shall see. The thing is, he can just move it around with this. I only get 2 energy in play. I think we can't risk it. We need him to have or want a boss's orders, I think. Get those back in deck. Yeah, we are in a rough spot here. He's only going to have to knock out this, then our Urshifu, so... or even just bring up like a Crobat or something. Yeah, I'm going to Marnie him. I feel like he's going to have something set up in his hand. If he brought that active, he switched from his defensive to his offensive, so... that's my reasoning there, and I'm standing by it. Do I switch into this guy? I can set up our Houndoom anyway, so I'm just going to pass. I'll let him take the knockout on this if he can get out the active. He has got a free retreat, so yeah, I'm guessing he's just going to move it all to this if he can get it powered up. Hit research, so he's going deep for the evolve, and he's got it. That is unfortunate. It happens, it happens. I don't think he's got any more Corviknights. Okay, so he's gone back defensive. He is going to knock this out. The thing here is he's got a lot of his energy onto this, and I can knock that out. So he needs to knock out my Urshifu, which I can't see how he does that, honestly. Right, we've only got one, so we can afford to get rid of one of these to draw cards. Right, we don't need 2 of those for sure. Do we set up another Urshifu? I don't think we do. I think we need another one of these ready. Okay, so we've got 1 more of those in deck. And okay, we've got another urn as well though. So do we just take the knockout here? I think we do. The thing is here again, and this has caught a lot of people out, if he now brings that up and hits me for 240, I can just Furious Fist or whatever it's called for the win. I can just grab one of these guys either. So he can't boss his orders this turn. Hasn't given me the card I need, which is unfortunate. Okay, so that's 250? 240 plus 40. Okay. And that's game. 1 prize, yeah? Bring that up. Nice easy knockout. And that's just how quickly, or even these long drawn out games which are in favor of the opponent, we can still manage to win. That's 2 pretty good examples of how Single Strike Urshifu can dominate this format. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below. Let me know any other decks you want to see. But I will catch you in the next one.